Batman! I guess Scarecrow gave you the slip. You broke my wrist for nothing! He's got plans for you, Batman. Oh!
Batman Arkham Knight has finally come to store shelves after a long delay that kind of made a lot of people sad, myself included, because not only am I a big Batman fan, I'm just a fan of good games, and I've liked each of the previous Arkham games. And although the gameplay of Arkham Origins was still fun, I just wasn't really that invested in the story of that game. I didn't find it very interesting. And so I was really excited to find out that Rocksteady was returning to make Batman Arkham Knight, and you know what? It's also rated mature. That's interesting. There's never been a mature rated Batman game ever. In fact, very rarely do comic book games ever receive that rating. So the plot of this game is that Scarecrow has threatened to release a toxin across the entire city. All of Gotham has been evacuated. The only people that remain in Gotham are the police and criminals and Batman. And so immediately, right off the bat, you get this really eerie sense that Gotham is deserted, filled with nothing but hate. Kind of like the last 20 minutes of Batman Begins, where you just saw the Scarecrow infecting the entire city and everyone was just turning against each other. That's what this entire game feels like. And Kevin Conroy, the voice from the animated series, has returned to voice Batman, which is just so great. Whenever anyone asks me who my favorite Batman voice is, they're like, is it Christian Bale? Is it Michael Keaton? I'm like, no, it's Kevin Conroy. And if they say, who's Kevin Conroy? I'm like, I'm not going to talk to you anymore because it's Batman! And of course, the most unique new thing about this game is the fact that you can drive the Batmobile. You can actually get inside the friggin' Batmobile and tear ass around Gotham. There's also a battle mode for the Batmobile where you turn into this tank and face off against various enemy drones. And if you are shooting at criminals who are on foot, you shoot these like rubber pellets. So you're still not killing people technically, although you're causing a lot of damage. Now, some people are really not enjoying the Batmobile, which I can understand. I fucking love it. It's the Batmobile, and you get to drive it. And I have had no problems controlling it. Some people are complaining about that. There's been some problems with the PC port of the game. I'm playing it on PS4. I've had no problems with it. Maybe it's because I grew up playing a lot of arcade racers as a kid, and I'm just used to that type of feel. I don't know. I've had no problems with the Batmobile. I fucking love it. Before I talk a bit about the story, and don't worry, no spoilers, let's talk about the gameplay a little bit. The combat feels improved. There's a lot more things that Batman can do this time around, although it does involve a lot of button mashing, and there are times in this game where it can get a little frustrating because sometimes the militia just overwhelms you. Scarecrow's militia and Arkham Knight's militia. And you die over and over again, and you get that death screen where somebody mocks you because you just died. It can get rather hard to deal with. Let me just put it this way. My wife was downstairs. I was upstairs playing the game, and she asked me if I was okay. I was like, yeah, I'm just really annoyed with the Riddler right now, hun. The Riddler keeps mocking me. Just let me play. And that's one of the most annoying aspects of this game, is once you actually beat the main story, you then have to do various things to get the 100% ending, including a lot of Riddler challenges and a lot of Riddler races. And I like the Riddler challenges you do on foot. You're trying to rescue Catwoman. She's been imprisoned by the Riddler. She has this bomb necklace on her, and you have to do these various tests of physics or weight or number memorizations, things like that. Those are a lot of fun. You have to team up with Catwoman to solve these things. I love those. Then there are these Riddler racetracks with the Batmobile, and I wanted to claw my eyes out. Because not only do they get unusually difficult, but as you fail or mess up on something, the Riddler continuously antagonizes you, and I was like, shut the fuck up, Riddler! That's by far the most negative I'm going to get in this review, because that was really the only thing about this game that bugged me. The aspects of getting all those little things to get the 100% ending. But not only is this a really great Batman game, it's a really great Batman story. I became enthralled by the cinematics of this game. The way it was directed, the way they turn the tables on you sometimes through Scarecrow's hallucinations. You have to interact these horrific nightmare sequences towards the end that just blew my mind the way they were directed. I really cannot talk enough about how well the cinematics were directed in this game and how interesting the story is and how invested I was actually getting in this new Batman story. It reminded me of the best of the Batman animated series. And in some ways, the story was like a great mashup of the Dark Knight trilogy. There was the Batman Begins aspect with the Scarecrow infecting the city and people turning on each other. The Dark Knight has some influences throughout the game in regards to psychologically tormenting Batman, and the whole militia against the police aspect of The Dark Knight Rises is also included in Arkham Knight. This game takes some of the coolest story aspects of the animated series and those three films and makes a kick-ass story. Now let's talk briefly about the graphics because they're absolutely stunning. It's raining the entire time throughout this game. As you tear through Gotham, whether you're on the Batmobile or you're gliding around as Batman, it is breathtaking. I experienced 0 frame rate issues. Nothing. I mean, it was a perfect engine. I had no problems with the way this game performed. I know some people on PC are having issues, but on the PS4, I didn't encounter one glitch, one error, nothing throughout my entire playthrough. However, I do think there are probably too many tank battles. That being said, this is my favorite of the Arkham games so far. I love the story. I love the Batmobile. I love Kevin Conroy as Batman. I love the psychological torment of Batman that takes place in this game. Don't want to spoil it for you because I didn't know about it, and it's one of the best things in this game by far. I can't wait for you guys to experience it because it blew my mind. And just to briefly talk about the Arkham Knight, because I don't want to get into spoiler territory, I thought he was an excellent villain. He was very interesting. I was always wondering, like, is it who I think it is? Like, and then it was who I thought it was, but I still liked the fact that that went that way. I know some people aren't fans of the eventual reveal. I think it's awesome. I think it works in this game. Maybe not necessarily in the comic book lore, but in this game, it worked really well, I think. The story elements, the cinematics of this game hooked me. I mean, when I grew up, it was like Superman 64, Batman Dark Tomorrow. I mean, that's the kind of superhero games we had when I was a kid. Let's not take it for granted. They're making some kick-ass friggin' superhero games now, and I'm so glad I get to live in one of the best time periods ever for the character of Batman. I'm gonna give Batman Arkham Knight a 9.5 out of 10. Those extra things you had to do with the Batmobile and the Riddler kind of got on my nerves. But other than that, guys, I had a frickin' amazing time playing this game. And I want to give a big thank you to my buddy Matthew, a friend of mine who gave me this really awesome Batman Arkham Knight poster, double-sided. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Also, I want to give another big thank you to the fact that I actually have a sponsor for this video. And they contacted me and they were nice enough to send me a product. And I'm very appreciative for that. And I want to thank them for sponsoring this video because, you know what? It helps me pay my rent. Plain and simple. Harrys.com was started by 2 guys who are very passionate about what they do. The shipping is always free, and I have a special offer to give my viewers a discount code, which is going to be the word Stuckmann, if you want to go to Harrys.com. Harry's Truman set is just 15 bucks. It includes the razor, 3 blades, and your choice of Harry's shave cream or foaming shave gel. As an added bonus, you can get 5 bucks off your first purchase with my code Stuckmann. That's right, Stuckmann. You can get the entire month's worth of shaving supplies for just 10 bucks. And there's a link in the description code for you if you would like to experience that. Thank you very much to Harry's for sponsoring my videos. It's a big help to me. And thank you guys for watching this review. I love you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much as always for watching. And if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmannized.